I have found the best youth academy player in Valencia. His name is Julio Alonso, and he had an unbelievable debut season in the La Liga. Therefore, he grabbed the attention of the biggest clubs in the world. First of all, two Premier League giants in Arsenal and Manchester United have come for 18-year-old striker with quite juicy offers. But Julio himself was gassed with another one. The most successful club in the world, Real Madrid, was highly interested in Julio's transfer as well. Soon Carlo Ancelotti met Alonso to offer him a 4-year contract. Julio, I see your potential. You can become the best player in the world one day. You have everything for it. You just need to play in the best club in the world. If you decide to join us, you will have much better chances to fight for the biggest trophies out there. And most importantly, to learn from the best. Thank you, mister. I am pleased with your offer. I think I'm going to accept it. Next step was between two clubs, Valencia and Real Madrid, to finalize the deal. I think 25 million euros is a fair deal for Alonso. As I know, you rate him highly, Ruben. I think we can have a deal here. But the decisive word goes to Alonso himself. If he will be happy to join you, our club will not be against it a bit. After all these negotiations, everything indicated that the transfer should go through, but Ruben Baraja decided to have one last talk with his protege. Hey Julio, I know how much you desire to join Real Madrid as quick as possible, and our club wants this transfer to happen as well, but I have doubts, and I want to share them with you. I think you will not have enough game time to develop fast and become a world-class player one day. With us, you would have everything you need on and off the pitch. And most importantly, my total trust and support. I would ask you to think twice before making your final decision. And that decision was the most important one for Alonso. A decision to join the biggest club in the world and be on the bench, third choice after Mbappe and Endrick. Or to stay at your boyhood club and be a guaranteed starter, play week in week out and maybe become a leader of the team. And eventually Alonso made his decision. Boss, I want to stay and become the best here. But for that, club needs to be stronger. You don't worry about that. We got big plans for this season. And indeed, Valencia was active in summer transfer window. At first, the club's biggest departure happened right away. Highest rated player of bats, Pepe Lu, left for Arsenal for almost 40 million euros, which allowed the club to strengthen multiple first-team positions eventually, starting with the goalkeeper position. Luis Junior from Villarreal is the man to replace Georgi Mamardashvili between the sticks. Valencia paid 21 millions for 24-year-old Brazilian keeper. Next player to be replaced was Pepe Lu himself, and Valencia's transfer target was Uruguayan central midfielder from Braga, Ruben Salazar, and for 23 million euros, club finalized the deal. To strengthen the right flank of attack, Valencia spent another 25 million to bring talented Austrian midfielder Patrick Wimmer from German Bundesliga. And last but not least, to create much-needed depth in striker position, Algerian Amin Giri was signed from Stade Rennais for 17 million euros. That was quite a transfer campaign from Bats, and as a result, 3 of the 4 transfers in were straight starters. And Amin Giri would share the time with Duro and Alonso up front. Significantly strengthened, Valencia started the new campaign in the La Liga with a away fixture against Osasuna and dominated the whole match. Bats were close to open the scoring multiple times during the game, but none of the attempts were clinical enough. Even the last-minute shot from Patrick Wimmer was denied by Osasuna's keeper. And from bad to worse, Julio Alonso got a hit during the second half of the game and diagnosed with a broken toe afterwards, which meant that he was going to be out for 2 months. And without Alonso, things were going slowly for Valencia in attack. On the contrary, in defense, team was looking solid. In a match against Barcelona, team's new keeper Junior saved couple of shots, proving the fans his worth. Despite being solid at the back, in attack Valencia were mediocre to say the least, missing a lot of good chances to win that game. In the end, yet another goalless draw in the beginning of the season. After 5 games in the league, team's results were quite disappointing. 16th place with 3 draws and 2 losses, yet to win a single match. In the beginning of October, Valencia were about to play at Santiago Bernabeu against Real Madrid, but again, without Julio Alonso, he was still injured. The game itself was absolutely one-sided, and the brace from Vinicius Junior set the final score. Things were going badly for Bats. 15th in the league after 12 games was not the result Ruben Baraja was hoping for. And Alonso's recovery for the match against Espanyol was Baraja's last hope to turn the situation upside down. Valencia played good football that night, creating a couple of decent chances in the first half, but again, lack of quality at finishing them was obvious. And finally, in the 66th minute, Alonso returned to the pitch. And would you believe this? Only 6 minutes later, with his first shot of the game, he netted a screamer to give Valencia the lead. This moment was so influential for the fans to be back after a serious injury and hit that shot after just 6 minutes. That was something else. Despite having a couple of more chances that night, Valencia ended the game with minimal lead, grabbing all important 3 points against Espanyol. Next match against Villarreal in the league, Alonso was in the starting 11. And in the 22nd minute of the game, he did shine again by finding the back of the net from a close distance. In the second half, he could have scored another beauty of a finesse, if not for a brilliant save from the keeper. But soon after that, in the 75th minute, Julio Alonso completed a brace with a first-time shot on his left foot, doubling Bats' lead. Another magnificent performance from the young superstar. The competition where Valencia had highest ambitions was not the La Liga, but the Spanish Cup. Team had a goal to reach the final, and the first step for achieving it was to beat Real Oviedo, the team from the Segunda. Although Valencia were playing away from home, a quick brace from Amin Giri stole the win for Bats. And it needs to be mentioned, Giri have become the guaranteed starter in the team, alongside Alonso, overtaking Hugo Duro's starting position. Next game for Bats in the Copa del Rey was against Almeria. And already in the 12th minute of the game, Julio Alonso produced this absolute screamer after a quick break. How is this shot even gone in? A stunning finish from Julio. Near the end of the game, Alonso tried another one from a long distance, but this time keeper was there to deny him. And that was it, 1-0 victory for Valencia, and they were progressing in the cup. But the draw for Bats was truly brutal. Real Madrid were waiting them in the quarterfinals, the toughest possible opponent of them all. But meanwhile, Valencia continued their good form in the league, winning against Almeria and grabbing a point against Sevilla as well. But the most important match of the season so far was of course against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. Blancos had a good chance to open the score in the 26th minute, but Junior was ready for a shot from Zaire Emery. In the 38th minute, Valencia created a good attacking sequence. Alonso got the ball in the edge of the box, a little speed boost from him, a near post shot and the ball went in. A terrible mistake from one of the best keepers in the world. Thibaut Courtois allowed Valencia to take the lead. A silly mistake, and he looked disappointed with himself. But Real Madrid could have equalized the score already in the 42nd minute, but Junior denied Mbappe from a close distance. In the beginning of the second half, Real Madrid gave a little bit of space to Amin Giri in the edge of the box and he smashed the ball into the net with a brilliant finesse shot. 2-0 for Valencia. This was a good advantage already. And when Bats just started to feel comfortable on the pitch, Real Madrid got one back with the help of Kylian Mbappe. And they continued to put huge pressure on Junior, but he was perfect on the line. The game became really nervous, and in the 84th minute, Antonio Rudiger lost it and take out front Perez with a dirty tackle. It seemed that Bats will surrender under that amount of pressure, but Valencia were looking strong that night and managed to keep one goal lead over Blancos and eliminate them from the Copa del Rey. And luckily for Valencia, Barcelona and Atletico de Madrid was out from the competition as well. Valencia were drawn against Sevilla in the first semi-final. Villarreal and Real Sociedad were matched in the other one. Valencia approached the first game against Sevilla in magnificent form. 2 wins against Levante and Rayo Vallecano. In both occasions, Alonso scored as well. And the home fans at Mestalla were waiting another goal or two from their wonder kid in the match against Sevilla. But the quite opposite happened. Alonso missed a sitter in the 14th minute of the game. That was a brilliant opportunity to take the lead. In the 20th minute, Amin Giri missed yet another good chance to open the score and this time keeper saved the shot. But soon after that, Valencia finally got the opener. Javi Guerra scored a beautiful finesse after Alonso's assist. just 10 minutes later, Alonso assisted Patrick Wimmer to double Bat's lead. A very comfortable lead before the second game at Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. The second game of the tie was not as entertaining. Having said that, Alonso could have scored another fantastic goal with a strike from a distance, but he hit the post unfortunately. In the 73rd minute, something weird happened. Sevilla's keeper Musso confused himself so much that he left the ball in a goal line and stared at the post till Wimmer put the ball into the net. I don't even know what to say here. Anyways, as a result, Valencia secured their place in the Copa del Rey final and will be facing Real Sociedad in the match for the Spanish Cup. And meanwhile, in the league, Alonso put up a race against Real Madrid. He has got 11 goals and 4 assists in 20 games. Quite impressive results in the La Liga for an 18-year-old. Valencia was already 10th in the league after 29 games, and one last push could eventually put them into the battle for top 6 finish. And the brilliant form from Valencia continued, and especially valuable points gained in away matches let them finish the season in a high note. Bats managed to climb to the 5th position in the league, which is incredible achievement after a slow start. But the main match of the season was of course the cup final against Real Sociedad. This was the first opportunity for Julio Alonso to win a trophy, and it would have been twice as sweet for him wearing Valencia kit. Bats started the game aggressively and created a real goal-scoring chance already in the 3rd minute of the game, but Javi Guerra missed it. Good save from Alex Ramiro. He was on fire that night and soon denied Amingiri of the free kick from killer position as well. Valencia continued actively creating goal-scoring chances. In the 25th minute, Alonso found himself one-on-one with Ramiro on the break and he smashed the ball into the top corner. And it was coming. Amazing finish from Julio Alonso in that first half. And in defense as well, bats were nearly perfect that night. Valencia started the second half just as good, and Alonso got an amazing chance to double their lead, but he hit the post on volley from a close distance. Another good chance was missed by Hugo Duro in 66th minute. And something unexpected happened. In the 72nd minute, Real Sociedad beat high defensive line of Valencia and Geraldo Becker managed to equalize the score. Just like that, Sociedad were back in the game. But Valencia were not going to lower the pressure, and they were so close to grab the winner in the last minute of normal time, but Duro missed the header. The game went to an extra time. In the 107th minute, Wimmer found Alonso in the box. He shot from a tight angle. Ramiro saved. Ball bounced back from Alonso, but hit the crossbar. What a bizarre moment that was. 5 minutes later, Alonso got the ball in the opponent's half. A lob-through ball over the top found Wimmer. An astonishing diving header and the ball hit the back of the net. What an amazing way to score. That goal was so deserved as well. This Valencia team is special. So many upcoming talents, so much passion. The Copa del Rey trophy achieved in some fashion. Julio Alonso ending up the season with 17 goals and 5 assists in 30 matches. Indeed, impressive stats. He reached 80 rating and developed his first playstyle plus, Rapid Plus. Next is the summer of 2026, the World Cup in USA. I think Alonso deserved a call-up for Spanish national team.